What's up, guys? It's Baker from Blue Line Morphs. So today's video is going to be another feed video, but this time instead of being live, it's going to be all frozen thawed. I know last time I did a video and it was all me, feeding live and how I said these are my best feeders and the snakes completely made me look like an idiot. So today, and then the next day I made a video about how I was no longer going to feed live because I've had issues with them biting my snake. I've had issues with losing rats in my house, having to take my sectional apart, having to take my wall apart almost downstairs, trying to get these rats. So I swore up and down I wasn't going to feed live anymore. So today we're going to see how my snakes react to frozen thawed. It's going to be like a live streaming video again where I'm just going to try to videotape it as I do it. You're going to see me feeding just strictly frozen thawed to my snakes. And let's see the difference of how they react to the frozen thawed opposed to the live a couple weeks ago. If you're new to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. Welcome. We're only about a month old at this point. We're closing in to 400 subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to do daily videos. Some are in my car, some are like this. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back, guys. You're going to watch me, stumble and burn over trying to feed my snakes again. I have an Instagram account. If you guys don't follow, blue_line_morphs. Go check it out. People have been hitting me up on there. I always DM back, always answer. I go live often during the week with my buddy from Rob from Racer Reptiles. This week we actually had Billy from Mutation Creation, which was amazing. We're going to keep this thing going. We're going to keep it moving. I'm going to try to stick with these daily videos. I've been posting in the mornings before I go to work around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to switch it up and start posting at night. Honestly, I just feel like there's when I look at YouTube, it's mostly at night anyway. So I'd rather just post when everyone's going to be watching. I mean, it is what it is. So if you're looking for videos and they're not coming in the morning, that's why. I'm going to start posting at night. We'll see how that goes. Tell me what you guys think, comment, share, etc. So let's get right into this feeding video. I already got the rats defrosted. I'm going to do a video for tomorrow, the next day, about how I defrost my frozen thawed, different ways of doing it, why not to do it. We'll get into that tomorrow. But for now, stay tuned. Let's try to feed some of these snakes. It's feeding day, guys. Alright guys, so I have the camera set up on the tripod here. This is how I normally feed my frozen thawed. I have a bowl that I just use just to defrost them. It's just hot water, alright? I have the napkins on deck, and then I use the tongs, alright? Now according to which snake I'm going to feed, I kind of pick out the rat. So this is going to be my... Oh, she destroyed her tank. Can you guys see her? Just checking. Alright, good. So let's start feeding these guys, shall we? Let's see how they react. Let's see. What are we gonna... She's pretty big, so... Let's see how she goes. Let's see how she takes it. So I try to make sure it's not too hot. Give it a little dangle in the front. Doesn't seem too interested. All right. I only give him a couple seconds, guys, and then I kind of move on. We're going to go down to my lesser pastel het pied snake. See how she reacts to the food. Again, this is the problem with frozen thawed. I just feel like I don't get that good of a reaction from my snakes. They're so used to feeding live. See, look, none of them are taking it, guys. This is the problem. Look. All right. Let's grab a smaller rat. We'll go back to them in a second, but we're going to grab a smaller rat and go look at this boy. Hopefully this guy wants to take it. Oh boy, oh boy. So he's always interested. There we go. See? You always count on him, right? Let's go back to these girls over here and see how they're doing. Maybe she realizes, oh shit, I just missed out on a meal. Just not interested. Maybe it's this rat. Let's switch rats, guys. Maybe it's the rat. Maybe she's just not feeling that particular rat. Let's switch over to this one. See, she's closing in on 1,000 grams, so I'm wondering if maybe she's gonna hit that wall on me. Same thing with this girl, really. Same thing with this girl. They've both been closing on a 1,000-gram wall, so I'm thinking they're gonna start shutting down on me. I did a whole video on that, about the 1,000-gram wall. Let's switch over to this tub. These tubs over here we're gonna try to get it going with these guys. So over here, I have all my pied snakes over here. Normally they're decent eaters. This girl's only eaten live for me so far. So we'll see how this goes with frozen thawed. Hopefully she wants to take it. But let's find out. See, I just try to get a little moisture off. You know, she's smelling it. She's definitely interested. See, I just don't get the same reaction, guys, to frozen thaw as I do live, which I think is really unfortunate because I love feeding live because the snakes just seem to react to it better. This is my banana pied male. Normally he's a great eater, but he is all about the ladies lately. Wow, this is unbelievable, guys. See, these feed videos just never do well with me. You guys notice that? They're always a shit show. Always a shit show. Nobody ever wants to eat. I don't know why. I think next week I'm going to do a whole video on, here, honey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, there we go. All right, she ate. That's a good sign. We are not doing all that great, though. I'm happy she ate. Trying to put some size on her. Let's go back to, let's go to the normal pie. See what the normal pie girl's doing besides destroying our tank as usual. I think part of the issue, too, guys, is I take... Oh, boy. Oh, she's frisky today. You guys see her? No, you can't. I'll adjust that in a second. Go, honey. There you go. See, she's a very finicky eater, and so far she's only eaten live for me. I've never gotten her to eat a frozen thawed. As you can see, she's kind of just more aggravated by it. All right. Put her back in there. Close her up. I go back and forth, guys. This is kind of what I do for like my frozen thawed. I kind of just bounce back and forth, give them the opportunity. I've actually noticed that when you kind of show them the rat, then you take it away from them, they're kind of like, oh shit, where'd that food go? So when I go back to it, they tend to eat it more or strike more. Hopefully they don't make a fool out of me. Her tank is disgusting. You know, funny, I just cleaned this thing too. So let's see if we can get her to eat. Let me pick a different rat. Sometimes it's the color, sometimes it's the size. Sometimes they're just jerks and they're finicky eaters. They all broke ball pythons. Look, she's just not having it, huh, guys? It's really interesting. She hasn't eaten in 10 days. I purposely I waited an extra 3 days to feed them to see if that would help, to see if that would, entice them a little more, maybe make the video a little more interesting. But I'm kind of just getting shit on, huh? This is my routine. Normally it works pretty well. Of course, the lesser pastel head pie is just hiding. Let's see if I can get her to strike. I'd rather eat the bigger one. See, unfortunately, I always feed live. I think that kind of is counting against me here. It's working against me. Let's check in on our boy up here. Okay. Let's see if Big Mama wants to eat. I know she's been growing eggs, but she is a big girl. So sometimes she does take, which is kind of strange. That's Big Mama sitting at 4,100 grams. See, I'm pretty sure she's growing right now. She ovulated, she locked with her male a couple times. And she's literally showing zero interest in eating. All right. We're wasting money today, guys. We are wasting money today. But this is my routine. Take a look. Oh, my goodness. Now, this girl definitely ovulated. I definitely think she's growing. I'm going to offer anyway, just to offer. I doubt she's going to take it just because I think she's, pretty much interested in just growing her eggs. So let's see. This is what you got to do with the frozen thawed, guys. You just kind of, look, zero interest. Zero interest. That's a good sign, though. You keep growing. You keep growing. We'll go back to this girl up here. Also, you got to watch the temperature. Because even though you put them in these hot water, sometimes, you know, the temperature starts to go down a little bit. So I'm going to take a break now. And reheat these rats, and we're gonna give this another shot. Then we're also gonna give the boa a shot to eat, and the reticulated python. So let me reheat these rats, guys. We'll be right back. But this, look, I'm sweating like a pig. This, like a pig, like a cop. This is the issue with frozen thawed. Why is this light blinking like this? This is the issue with frozen thawed, is they don't take them. Now I got a bucket full of like rats, okay? I got a bucket full of wet rats. Maybe the temperature went down a little bit. They haven't eaten in 10 days, which normally they only eat every 7 days. I try to do that on purpose just to see if, you know, it'd be a better video. They're not really taking the frozen thawed. So you remember the reaction to the live, at least they were somewhat interested. More of them ate. So I'm going to heat these things back up, get them a little warmer. We'll continue to feed in a second. We'll give it a shot. All right? All right, guys, we're back. We're giving this another shot. The rats are heated up again. This is the reality of feeding frozen thawed, guys. Everyone always wants to show, like, oh, my snake takes, my snake takes. This is the reality. Look, that's the reality of breeding ball pythons. Look, she's hissing at me already. I'm trying to feed her, she's hissing at me. This is my issue with feeding frozen thawed, guys. At least if you have, like, a little bucket you can put the live rats into and hold them to the next day, that's one thing. When you're trying to feed these frozen, I got these soggy rats here, and these snakes don't like them. I'm telling you, I have issues with feeding frozen thawed all the time. Let's see if she'll take. I mean, they smell them, they're interested, but she doesn't seem to want to strike, which is, she's just hissing at it. See? Zero interest, guys. Zero interest. What about this girl down here? Another one, zero interest, huh? See, this is the reality of feeding frozen thawed, guys. I got a hot rat next to my snake, and it's literally putting its nose on it, and it's just not interested. So I got 4 rats unused. We're going to keep going, though. We're going to try. These girls are a pain in the butt. Let's go back over to our retic. Let's try our retic. She's normally a good eater. She's normally pretty feisty. So this is the reality of feeding frozen thawed, guys. Again, I waited an extra 3 or 4 days before I started feeding them just to show you guys hopefully a better feed video, but it just doesn't seem to be happening that way. Yeah, I don't like feeding frozen thawed, guys. I know I made a video about how I'd never feed, you know, live again, so I always have these issues, but it's looked like I'm gonna have to go back to it just because this is more of a pain in the ass than anything else. At least with the other rats, if I'm prepared and I have a tank, then I can put the ones they don't use in there. Let's see how this retic does. She just got done shedding. She's looking awesome. Let's give her a big rat, right? Retics, look. Oh, she is mean. Look at her, guys. Look at that shed she just came out of. Yeah, I see you. I see. Okay. First and foremost, I'm not a rat. This is a rat. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. There we go. Always count on the retic, guys. I really hope I got that strike get me in. Oh, wait, look at that shed. Oh, she's gorgeous, huh, guys? Look at that retic. All right. Always count on the retic. And honestly, if you're going to keep in breed ball pythons, guys, I would absolutely either get a retic or get a boa or maybe a king snake. Things that always eat and always eat. So, all right, let's try our boa now. All right. When in doubt, let's go to the retic and the boa, see if they'll eat. Now, my boa is never taken frozen thawed, so I'm really interested to see if she takes frozen thawed or if she tells me to go fuck myself. So let's check this out. Oh, she's already sniffing. She's already sniffing. All right, guys. What we got here? Let's figure the bigger one. She can take down a solid rat. Actually, I think that was the bigger one. See, she's never had frozen thawed, guys. Never once has she had frozen thawed. And she's kind of retracting from it. All right. You know what? I'm going to put it in the tank. Just because I've seen her eat dead, like kill something and then just leave it there for a while. So let's give a shot to our 2 other girls one more time, guys. And then we're going to call it quits. And I'm going to have to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with these rats, all right? Eventually, guys, videos like this, I'm going to do live on YouTube rather than me just videotaping like it's live. Again, I promised I would do like more, just real videos. This is the way it works. This is the ins and outs. She was a little more interested. Hopefully she eats now. Let's see how this goes. Get some of this water off. No, huh? That's amazing to me, guys. Normally she's a great eater. Now she's just under 1,000 grams, so she might be hitting that 1,000-gram wall. I'm gonna leave it in there. Maybe she'll go after it. Maybe she'll take it down. Who knows? Let's try this girl one more time. And again, I'm gonna leave the rat in there if she doesn't take it. I doubt she's gonna take it. She's being a jerk. Come on, honey. Zero interest. So let's just throw that rat in there. Maybe they'll smell it. Maybe they'll think it's just hanging out. And we'll see what happens. All right, guys. So that's another failed feeding video. But this is the reality of keeping, right? Everyone always shows these feeding videos where you're taking it, they're taking it, they're taking it. But when you feed frozen thawed, for some reason, I just don't get the same response. I know this video's a little drawn out. I just wanted to show you guys the reality of feeding frozen thawed. You got to heat these things up. Now I got soggy rats. I left a couple of them in the tubs because sometimes I found that if you leave them in there, you close it up, they kind of, as long as it's warm, they'll still go check it out. But that's where we're at. My next feed video, I'm going to do all American live African soft fur rats. Yeah, feeding frozen thawed sucks, guys, right? I mean, that's just the reality. Some of you guys swear by it. I don't swear by it. It's a pain in the ass. I'm probably going to switch back over to live. I knew that would happen. But I just don't get the same feeding response. They just don't seem to react the same way to live as they do frozen thawed. It's just not the same thing, okay? It is what it is, guys. That's another feeding video. It's Sunday. I think 2 or 3 of them ate. I didn't expect the white diamond. I didn't expect Big Mama to eat. I did expect those 2 girls to eat. So that's really it. I'll probably shoot over to Country Critters and buy a couple of live rats right now just to finish them off because I'd rather get them to eat. And it looks like I'm switching back over to live, guys. So another failed feeding video. They don't respond well to frozen thawed. I think that's just the reality. People can say what they want. I don't like it. I'm probably going to switch back over. So until then, guys, thanks for sitting through. Be safe. Always remember to watch your 6.